Hey there, this is Dave Dufour driving today again to my next appointment here. And today I wanted to talk about something that is really on every agent's mind, and that's what do you make and what's possible to make as far as commission percentages go in a final expense business. And I'm going to give you some truth today because you really need to know what the options are and when you would want to maximize your options and when you don't because you get something else out of it. Generally speaking, most of the opportunities out there in the final expense market, your agencies are going to give you on the really, really low side around 50 to 60 points commission, and the high side is going to be somewhere between 110 and 120 points. Now, why such a spread like that? Well, remember, if you think of this business like a business model or just like a real business, the commission rate represents your revenue, what you're going to make from a revenue basis. A business doesn't revolve around revenue. You have to consider things like the cost of goods sold, your expenses such as your wear and tear on your vehicle, gasoline, marketing costs, taxation percentages, and then your net income. And what really matters to a final expense agent of any caliber is what they bank, not what they can make on a percentage basis. That's one element of the entirety to be concerned with. So you need to have your priorities straight, number one. But number two, this video is again directed towards new guys coming into the final expense business. You should be directed, or you should be concerned about what value you receive as a new person out of a contract for final expense. So to answer the question, how do I make as much as I can, you also have to look at it from a long-term perspective. A lot of the guys offering 50 or 60 point commission contracts are giving you free leads. So the advantage there is you're getting free leads, you don't have to worry about marketing, but you also are probably going to get some training out of it as well. So why not do that? Well, if you do, the price point difference over the long term, you're going to lose a lot of money for the convenience of not doing some pretty simple stuff that you should do anyway. And so a lot of these guys, 4 or 6 months in, that show some skill, realize they're getting ripped off to the tunes of thousands of dollars because they're letting somebody else handle their lead generation efforts. You definitely don't want to be in that position, and if you are, you need to fix that. There's plenty of carriers out there and agencies that want your business bad so that you can make more, grow net more, and have more control over your marketing efforts. Now, a lot of the other ones in the 70 to 100% range will give you some kind of value in the sense of training. They may actually have you do some sort of ride-alongs, marketing assistance. They may have you on subsidized leads. They may make you pay the full lead price. But the thing in that range, generally speaking, is you get some value added out of it. And then the top market's usually the 110 plus area. It's just a street contract, which is what you get just as an entry-level agent, but you don't get any kind of support. So it's all revenue, nothing else in between, no value proposition to improve the chances of success for that agent to succeed. So what do you pick? How do you know which kind of contract to get that will represent exactly what you need to give you the best chances to succeed? Well, in my business, what I do, I focus on training brand new agents to the final expense business. And so my proposition to my agents is, look, you do want to be at street level contracts in the long term because you want to maximize your commissionable revenue. But what you don't want to do is look at this business as a short-term scenario. You don't want to give away too much and be at a low contract and get screwed in the long run. And you definitely don't want to start off on the wrong foot with limited capital and come in thinking that, hey, I'm going to make the most I can, but really just are too egotistical to realize that this business is a lot more complicated and difficult than originally perceived on the outside. So when I bring agents in, to me, the proposition is this: you get training, you get the ability to chime into a marketing program that works, that's duplicatable, really a whole business model that you can duplicate. You get interaction on a one-on-one basis with me as a trainer, and you get to see what this business is really like by doing ride-alongs, and you have me help you out on underwriting questions and concerns that you might have. So this is really important that you understand really, when you look at commissions, you look at the long run. Hey, if you're an old agent, you're tenured, you know how the final expense business works, and you don't need help with leads, then you should go out and try to negotiate the highest contracts you can, because nobody's going to expect to support a tenured agent. But if you're brand new and you see that this business is just like any other business in the sense it's difficult, there's challenges, and there's things that you don't know, you should find somebody that will help you develop yourself as an agent. And then in the long run, allow you to move up based on your efforts to the highest contracts available, so that you can make the most, but also have it in exchange and in relation to your skill level. So that's my whole little rant on commission levels. Basically, it comes down to how much assistance you need and finding the agency that's going to be attentive to your needs as an agent and help you get to where you want to get, especially if you're a new guy. So this is Dave Dufort from Final Expense Agent Mentor at feagentmentor.com, signing off, and thanks for listening.